What's going on, everybody? My name is Professor Mike. I'm here to educate you on some car builds, car mods, things you want to do to your car. And today we're going to talk about why you should or should not buy a cold air intake for your car. As you can see, I have the Roush cold air intake. This ran me $400 from AmericanMuscle.com. This is actually one of the first mods that I did 4 years ago. As you can see, it is getting a little gray here, but that's okay. I can just go ahead and degrease it and then re-oil it, and it'll be looking brand new like it was. But I'm here to talk to you guys about, this is a $400 mod, and I want to tell you, is it worth buying the cold air intake? Do I notice any horsepower gains, or did I see any noticeable horsepower gains? And I'm here to talk to you guys about that today. So like I said, guys, I got this three or 4 years ago, this intake, and it's been great. I've had no issues with it. It's very durable. This is a ABS plastic right here. I know some of the cold air intakes are like they have like a metal tube, modular intake tube. I think that's kind of weird and kind of silly because you're looking for cold air, and that would make hot air since it's steel. I don't understand that. But basically, this intake is supposed to suck more air into the intake manifold, so you're able to get more horsepower. So the more air that goes into the engine, the more horsepower that it's able to ignite. Now we have the filter here. Now without the filter, obviously, if you didn't have a filter on, then you'd get all kinds of junk into your intake manifold, and then it would lock up and probably just crash on you. So this actually filters out all the garbage that gets through when you're driving or when you're just sitting, that gets through, and it keeps it all just clean. It was very easy to install. Basically, you just take the stock one off and you just plug it in, and then you bolt these, and there's one here, and you have to put this piece in. Now sometimes they do have a guard here. I didn't actually opt for that, but you can actually have that installed as well if you want. But should you or should you not buy a cold air intake? Well, it's up to you. It depends on what your preference is. Do you care for horsepower? Do you care for sound? Do you care for looks? I mean, it's really up to you. So for instance, this Roush cold air intake did require that I tune it for it to notice horsepower gains. Now, it says no tune required, so if you just do no tune required, then you'll have a lot of nice quality sound. It makes the engine deeper, it makes the engine rumble a little bit. You can hear like a whistle when you're driving. You can hear it sucking in the air when you put the gas on the pedal. But if you're not going to tune it, you're not really going to see too much horsepower gains, maybe like 5. If you match it with a tune, then you can definitely see a way higher return on this mod. And number 3, it looks pretty cool under here. You pop your hood, you see the cold air intake, you see that, we're packing this power right here. I'm just kidding. I mean, it's a nice, simple mod. Everybody does. They do exhaust, they do the intake, they do the tune. You match those 3 together, you got a nice little bit more extra juice under the hood, and you're able to have a little bit more fun. $400 for the intake, is it worth it? Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it's not, the biggest power adder that you can do. I mean, you probably do, and take $400 and put on headers, probably a lot better. I mean, I already have headers, but if you just want something simple, it's easy to do, quick horsepower, go ahead and do that. A lot of people, what they do is they keep the stock air box and they just put the modular intake tube from Air-Aid. You can do that too. They've already proven that increases more horsepower than the Roush cold air intake, but you don't get the sound, you don't get the looks. And I mean, if you're gonna tune the Roush with the Roush axle backs and put it, wrap it up in a custom tune made by like MPT or Lund or Bama, things like that, you can get a way better horsepower gain out of it. I would say with the tune and the intake and the exhaust, I'm looking at, I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 extra horsepower. You can definitely feel it for sure. I mean, the tune is what does it, does all the magic. This is just, something to go with it. A lot of people, they do the BBK 73mm throttle body with it as well. I had that for a little bit. I didn't notice anything. That was $250 that went down the drain. That was absolutely garbage. I went and took that off. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. If you haven't seen my video on the BBK 73mm throttle body review, I highly recommend that you go ahead and check that out. So it's up to you guys. You can do the horsepower, the looks, or the sound. When I'm driving down the road, I hear this thing whoosh, whoosh. When I step on the gas, you can hear it sucking in from inside the car. It sounds pretty cool. It makes the car have a little bit of a deeper rumble, and if that's what you're looking for, go ahead and do that. Looking for horsepower gains, go ahead and do that. The looks, obviously it looks great, so it's up to you. So this was a quick video to show you, why you should or shouldn't do it. So it's really a preference on what your goals are. So hope this helped you guys figure out whether you want to spend the $400. Some of them are like $300, some of them are like $600. It really depends on which company you go with. I went with the Roush because Roush is very reputable, so I have the Roush axle backs as well. But if you found this video helpful, guys, go ahead and leave a like, comment, so that YouTube will share this with other people, and hopefully we will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.